Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary. Darn, I didn't look at the date. I think it's either the 12th or the 13th. I'll put the correct date up there. I can't check because I don't have my other phone, and we're outside. So it's the morning walk. We're on the morning walk. So it's Sunday though. It's Sunday, I know that, because I gotta take the trash out. Anyways, you guys, you know, when I tried to make an appointment with that lady, the mayor, and they were supposed to call me back they never called me back the next day to make the appointment. They never called me. So I think what happened was City Hall, this is just what I'm thinking, all right? City Hall may have called her and said, hey, there's somebody that wants to have an appointment with her. I guess it has to do with the water. But she wants to have an appointment with you. And she probably got scared because that's what people have been telling me, that she's probably afraid because I know more than her. Like how? How can I know more than her, the mayor? The mayor's supposed to know more than me, to be quite honest, right? There's got to be some kind of qualifications there. Oh, wait, that's right. We have like a criminal and felon in office, sexual abuser in office, so I guess they will hire anybody into politics nowadays. So that's probably why. So I don't know, whatever the reason, she's afraid of me. She doesn't want to talk to me. And this is the mayor. And this town is so small, it's not like she's so busy that she don't have time for anybody. There's nothing going on here. She ain't that busy. So apparently there might be some truth to that. I don't know. That's ridiculous. But apparently, I mean, I'm guessing that she don't want to talk to me because I'm smarter than her. I'm shocked. People want me to fight for their water, though. They do. When I went into a store yesterday, I saw that redhead guy that I know works for the city. You can't miss him. He's the only one that looks like that around here. He's a nice fellow. Don't get me wrong. That guy is a nice fellow. He was always nice when I asked him questions about the wasps, and I stopped him in the road. Like, he was always really nice. So I don't really have like a problem with that guy. He's nice. But I can almost guarantee, because he works for the city, that he said, hey, somebody is asking about the water. Just because he works for the city. Right? Because he is nice. And that's that. That's all I have to say. That guy is nice. He's helpful. He's courteous. And he's respectful when he talks to people. So, you know, it's just unfortunate that he's one of the ones that's just like, I just don't care. And that's sad. Because I care, especially about him. He was so nice to me. Of course I care. I don't want anyone in this town to... like, they're slowly dying. I wanted to bring up something too. You know what? Yeah, because I've been saying, oh, I can't even touch the water. But yeah, no, it's true. Because yesterday, my dishes were getting, and I was like, ugh. And I was like, I don't have enough clean water to wash the dishes. And I thought, you know what? What if I just wash the dishes real quick and rinse everything with the clean water? Because I had enough for that. So I did that. And I thought, oh, you know, if I'm doing that with the dishes, I will just do that with my hands, you know, like rinse my hands with clean water after. I mean, I had to go out and buy those gloves, and I had them there, but I forgot to put them on. And I already touched the water, and I was like, maybe I should be okay for... No, I am not. Because within like an hour, my thumbs started to do the same thing. This one I still can't bend, and that just washing the dishes made it worse again. But I'm starting to feel like the beginning effects from when I got here. Like in the beginning when I thought, oh shit, I have painful hands and I think I'm getting arthritis. So it's coming again. And I just washed dishes, but I washed a lot of dishes, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't notice it at the moment. You know, when I noticed it like an hour later, I was like, oh shit, my hands. Yeah. And even this morning when I went, because I was kind of taking the mess out of the car, I wanted to throw the garbage into the trash, and I saw, oh, I have the gas cap box right there, because I bought a new gas cap because, you know, I'm not trying to have any sugar or weird stuff put in my gas tank from some weirdos around here. So Brian wants to go, but I'm sitting at the first push-up bench. Well, you know what, I know I do about what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so I do 5, 10, 15, 20. No, that's too much. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, yeah, I do 30 push-ups a day, so I can do those in the house. I'll remember to do those. So I'll just keep walking and talking. Sorry. Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the dishes. So this morning, I went out and I was trying to clean out the car, take the garbage out, and then I saw, oh, I have the new gas cap box, and I had thrown the old one down there. It's still good, you know what I mean? So I opened the box because I was going to put the old one in, and I saw, oh, they have these little screw things in there to put it so it can be attached, right? And I did it a different way. I did it the way that they showed me how to do it when I was in Flagstaff, because I had got a new one there. So I put it where they put the last one, but you know what? Every so often, the last one was falling off. And I remembered that, and I was like, oh, and here they have these little screw push-in things to hold it better. So I was like, okay, let me try to push it in. Man, I couldn't even use my thumbs again. I couldn't use the thumbs again. So yeah, you know, and I was like, what the? Because I thought that, because I'm not constantly going like this, so I can't tell. But when I try to use my thumbs, that's when I was like, oh, you know, I was like, oh shit, that shit hurt. You know, I was like, oh my gosh. So I even went inside and I got some channel locks and I was trying to do it and I couldn't even close that thing. I was like, oh my gosh. And that's what made me realize, yes, I can't even touch one. I'm wondering now, dang, I have a washer and dryer there. What's going to happen? Does the dryer and what do I have to do for the washer and dryer? I mean, I'm wearing clothes that I've washed in that washer and dryer right now. I'm wondering, am I still absorbing stuff? I'm going to have to ask the Culligan man, because I don't know. Because I think that you can add something to the water, right? Like an additive to your washing machine stuff. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. But, I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, oh, you know what? I was going to say I don't have any skin irritation, but I did. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask, because that could just be all in my head. I might be overreacting or overthinking. But I will ask, you know, because I'm not sure. But I know for sure after doing those dishes and an hour later I started feeling pain, but I didn't think nothing of it. Yeah, I didn't think nothing of it. But the next day, or when I got up in the morning, I was like, dang, my hands feel like it's starting over again. So maybe I can't have direct contact. And maybe because my clothes were like really dried in the dryer and then right away take them out. And I don't know. I'm going to have to see. Darn. Because that means that I have to add something else to the house. Anyways. So, what was the other thing? Oh, I think I'm going to get AAA because you never know. Who knows with this town? It's so sad over here. And it says the friendly town. What the? And then it says that, oh, they love the veterans. They respect the veterans or whatever. Something they have over there. honoring her. Who knows? But you know they're not. Because veterans live here. And they're allowing the veterans to drink that water. So they don't. They're lying. And I'm betting to think, I'm betting that Refugio doesn't have clean water too, like they think. I'm betting that's what the thing is. Because if Refugio has clean water and Woodsboro doesn't, wouldn't you think that the person who oversees all the commissioners in the town should be notified of this? And she probably is. Because everybody who lives in Refugio, they think that they have clean water. I'm wondering if they're just at the barely legal limit at least, or if they're being fooled by their person too. This is a major problem. You know, because if this is going on here, and the commissioner, the mayor, and the city hall is hiding it, or they're not doing anything about it, then we have to go above to that judge who oversees the whole county. And if she's not really doing anything, she is actually not doing the right thing too. So I have to go above her next. So, I mean, that's the chain of command, right? First you start at City Hall. You get no answers. You get lies. Next you go to the mayor. You get no answers or even nothing. You go to the next person. You can't find that person. You get no answers. Then you go to the person in charge of the whole entire county. If that person doesn't respond or doesn't want to deal with me or whatever, then Texas Rangers to call. Then that's my job to call them to say that there's some sort of corruption in the town, and then they will come out and do their investigations. But it's all like one step at a time. I've already told people, because after I tell them what those papers and what the readings mean, they're like freaking shocked. Like they knew the water was bad, but they didn't know it was that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's really bad. So I have to kind of wait. And I was uploading videos yesterday because I was behind on uploading. And I can already see the swelling in my face has gone down. I'm not as puffy and fatty like I was. Like, dang, what a dramatic change, right? Anyways. So I'm doing it one step at a time. I did call TCEQ to come out. Or I didn't tell them to come out. I told them, listen, I need to talk to somebody about something. That's how I did. Because somebody told me that to call there. Because I wasn't sure. I'm not from here originally, so I don't know the Texas organizations or whatever. So, but somebody told me everything, and I was like, oh, cool. So now I know who's, because whatever their organizations are here in California or Missouri, they call them something else. Yeah, like they don't call it the DMV here. I think they call it like the Department of Public Safety, DPS, something like that. Yeah, so it's all switched up over here. So I couldn't figure out who, and so I did, and I looked up these people and I'm like, okay, I understand, and I see who they are. I look up what are their qualifications, or what do they do, you know, like you should. If you're doing research on anybody, you should always look it up first, see what their background is, their schooling, their experience, whatever you want. It should be public notice. That Mary, or that Kay lady, hers is nothing. You can't find anything. On top of that, somebody, I don't know who, somebody was also concerned about that in the neighborhood. And it showed that, like she posted something, but not under her name. Somebody posted something under Woodsboro. I want to sit for a minute. Because walking and talking is all hard. I feel tired because I'm thinking. So the walking and the pacing in the house and the talking and all this, look, Tuttles. That is the guy responsible for everyone's water here, and no one knows. They all praise him. I wonder if that was him driving. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Anyways. Dang, I forgot what I was talking about. Let's keep walking then. I can't remember. Anyways, so, oh yeah, about the town, the town leaders, their education level and all that stuff. They don't have that for her, what her qualifications are, you know. And I'm not sure, can you find that about the city clerk? Probably not. I don't think you can. And I did notice on Facebook, because I was looking up stuff on Facebook too. I saw Roscoe Pico Train on there though. I saw who the son is. He looks very regal. He looks very country and cowboy. Yeah. I don't know that guy though, but obviously if there's some corruption going on in this town, I don't know if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's the law enforcement or the sheriff over here, then there's most likely that he would harass. You know, I don't know. But I'm, you know, anyways. So so on the Facebook, someone's like, oh, it's so beautiful what you posted, because it was something nice, whatever. I didn't really read it. I just wanted to see the comments. And somebody put on there, how wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Where can we find a bio of all the town leaders so we can get to know them better? They never responded to that guy, and that was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and I didn't see, because if I was the mayor, right, I'm not, but I don't want to be. No, that's not me. I came here to die in peace. They're going to have to find, or I don't know, they're going to have to find somebody qualified to be mayor, because it ain't that lady, okay? And commissioner, and possibly judge if that person's not doing anything. So anyways, or the overseer of the county. It's a judge, okay? Because I don't know if every county has a judge. It might be someone else, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. So, yeah, they didn't even answer that. If, like I was saying, if I were the judge, which I do not want to ever be, okay? Or the mayor, if I was a mayor. And, if that was me and someone was asking, I would put a link in the comments for everyone to see. Oh, we all get to find out. So, but she didn't put nothing there. There was no response, nothing. Never got a response, nothing. And if that person got a response in like messaging or something, I'm sure it was probably like, oh, you can come into our town, whatever. I don't know what they would have said. Who knows? It's some lie or some bullshit. You know what I mean? That's how they do here. So, yeah. Anyways. You see what I have to deal with. It's one step at a time. You know, I mean, I'm going to have my clean water, but I'm going to still try to see if I can fight for these people, because their leaders are responsible for their health and safety. Like, I had to get my own health and safety. Like, damn. And pay for that dirty ass water. That was killing me in the first month and a half that, yeah, I can't even touch it because, you know, I'm gonna have to ask about my washer and dryer. I do feel a little bit itchy, but I kind of think that might be from not showering after a couple of days, because I think my body's really detoxifying right now. And then I just set myself back a level by doing those dishes. So now I'm like, geez, it's ridiculous. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about. We're just walking. We're on the last lap. We're gonna go back because, you know, I mean, they're done with their business, but I like to take 2 laps because they need to walk too. They can't be like laying around all day. You know, so yes, they go in and out the front, but they need exercise too. It is hot already. You can see Brian is already panting. But we have one more lap. He can do it. He's been in frickin' the Salt Lakes in Utah with me in 110 dry heat weather with that coat, you know. So he's used to this. Let me have a seat for them. Let me give them a little snack. I bring snacks with them. So if they come up to me and sit down and listen, they get a snack. I just have to find it. But he has an appointment next week anyways. Fluffy Mutt in Port Lavaca. Yeah, they do a really good job on him. You guys gonna sit down? You guys gonna sit down? Here, Chica. Here, Brian. Yeah. I do that at a couple stops because I want to make sure that if I want them to come to me and sit down, they will. You know, I have to train Chica, get training for her somewhere, somehow. For, or I don't know. Do I want to subject her to that? Bite training to attack? I don't know if I want to, actually. Because around here, you never know. Somebody might just shoot her, acting weird or something. I don't know. And I don't want that to happen. Because now I don't trust anybody. I don't trust people around here. Even up now, because of things going on, I'm more worried about my safety to even walk up to people and talk. But the ones I have spoken to, I told them just don't do anything because I'm trying to see what's up here. You know, I don't think there's any, I doubt it. I kind of doubt it. I don't think there's anybody here or around that even studied environmental health or anything, like anything environment. And I think the guy who fixes the water, he just got like on the job quick training right there and didn't know what he was doing, probably following the next guy. Because he didn't even understand, I mean, he couldn't even explain to me these things properly. So he also, I mean, to a degree he can, but not really. Because it's kind of like what they're doing is like they're just saying one thing, but it has nothing to do with the other. And then they're not telling you specific readings. They're just giving you a roundabout number, and then they're telling you what the maximum contamination level is, and they put 10 there because that is the maximum contaminate. That's not a lie, but it's kind of like they're not putting or telling you how much exactly. They're telling you a roundabout, like 8 point something to 13 point. We need to know the exact number. So they are being deceptive. No numbers to the EPA or TCEQ are correct on there. So people here may try to call and be like, oh, it's disconnected. And then they probably give up instead of going and searching for the correct number. Like, people don't want to put the effort in. It's probably, once again, because of the water. It makes people tired, sluggish, and not want to do stuff when you drink that kind of water or are exposed to it. So it's obviously that. I know the effects of stuff. Like, I didn't finish, but I learned all the important, like, I thank God that I got the opportunity to go to California State University, Northridge. And I was there as a professional student for like, I don't know, like maybe 10 years because I couldn't figure out what major I wanted. And before that, I went to nursing school. I did 1 year of nursing school, and I was like, oh, these nurses out here, they don't care. They just want the paycheck. And that was really upsetting to me. So I was like, I got to get something else, because I wasn't doing well in that school, because I was like looking around, and I'm like, I can't work in a field like this. I will work myself to death picking up after the nurses who don't do their job right. So I said, I don't want to do this. And then, you know, from there I went to what? I got my EMT certificate, though. I was a licensed EMT. But I never worked that job. I just kind of... Shoot, I was so interested in learning that, like, I even went and took, like, 5 courses of different I took a course of 5 different forklift use. Like, I never did that job either. I just got certified. I just wanted to. So I know how to drive. Well, I don't know if I remember, but I know how to drive like 5 different types of forklifts. That's expired, though, I think. That license expired. I don't even think I have it anymore, but I never even worked the job. I just wanted to learn. What else did I take? And then, yeah, you know, after I figured out I didn't want to do the nursing thing, I enrolled at CSUN, you know, Cal State Northridge. And I was like, dang, you know, I didn't know what to do. I think I started with speech pathology, and that was a really difficult courses. Yeah, that was hard to do. But you know what? I was like, am I going to be able to sit in this class and sit in a room all day and read somebody's mouth and figure, and I was like, I don't think so. So, I mean, I got out of that. And then and then I had to take, stuff, all the math, and I was taking science courses. And so after that, what did I take? Because I didn't think that was a good idea. So then I went to urban development, is what it was called, or urban living, or it had to do with the lands and stuff. But then and I was like that, and I was like, this is cool, but I didn't know like where it could lead to. And that's where I think that the EOH was suggested somehow, somewhere. Environmental occupational health. And I was like, oh, because you know what? Basically, I was kind of learning about everything along the way. I just didn't know which thing to pick, and that was the one. And that's like that's a great major, and we need more people to study that. They actually have an EOH out here, but I don't know if I want to go back to school. I'm like 53 and I'm tired, and I have the issues with big crowds. Like, yeah, and it was my cousin is the one that kind of made me realize that too. He's like, you can't even go to a baseball game. And I'm thinking, oh my God, no, I can't. Like, I don't even like to go grocery shopping at the stores because it gets too full. Yeah. Like on the weekends. If it's on the weekdays, it's usually a trickle of people, and I'm okay. But if there's any like big sales and people are coming, I can't go. Like Black Friday, no way. I can't even go. I'll be panicked right there, waiting in long lines to get something. No way. I can't do it. It's too many people. I start to feel, you know what? It's not like I start to feel, because somebody was asking me, oh, you get scared. And I said, no, actually, you know what it is? I get like my chest tightens up. I could feel my heart racing. It's like, you know what? I think that's a I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think that's a claustrophobic thing. Because I'm not scared. I just get like, I get panic, and I get panic attack. I know that. It's probably because I just feel like the whole world is closing in on me, and I'm just like, I gotta get out of here. That's the feeling. So I don't really know what you call that. But anyways, yeah, I don't think there's anybody in this town who actually studied that, because if they did, they wouldn't live here. No, they would go out into the world and try to help people, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to do. Because that's what I've always wanted to do, just to help people. I just couldn't figure out how. And environmental occupational health is a great thing to study, because it's kind of pretty much the prevention. Like if you learn and you educate people on prevention when it comes to the environment or the occupational, right? I kind of feel if some people watch this, they're not even going to know what I'm talking about, but I hope so. But if there were people in this town that studied that, they would be out there. They wouldn't, yeah. Because environmental is about everything around you. Occupational is about preventing occupational injuries, right? That's what that is. So when it comes to the environment, that's the water. When it comes to the occupational, that's like, okay, you're at work. There are risk factors that you have to deal with, right? And you have to know about these things, So yeah, that's what that is. So I don't think there's anyone in this town who even knows about any of that stuff. And I remember that there's somebody that does come out and check these readings. And if you don't do these readings properly, or if you are falsifying documents, you can get in big trouble. Like if they find out if that guy Earl Hemming was making false documentation, that guy could lose his job, but he may not, because there's no one else to do it. So this is a big problem. Anyways, I think I'm talking too long. Shoot, almost 30 minutes. I don't think anybody watches my videos for 30 minutes. I think you guys might click off soon. I don't know. Anyways, I'm Mona, Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for either the 12th or the 13th. It's Sunday. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.